Everyone waiting on you. Oh yeah. 'Cause everybody working for the weekend. Everybody wants a new romance. Dun 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 dun. Presented by Nerdbot Media. Terrible advice with Loki Hates You. Hey guys, oh look at my hair, it's so flat. Ooh, oh man. Let's see if we can get a little body in there. Nope, none to be had. That's fine, that's cool. Chris, I don't know where everybody is, but they're not here. And that's fine. Because, you know, you can't have everything you want. And sometimes what you want is an audience. Many times when you change the schedule, and you start a thing at 8 when you should have usually started at 6. Well, here's how we end up. It's just you and me, Chris. Old faithful is what we call you. Because, you know, we can always depend on you to be here. 100% of the time, every time, overtime, big time, and timepiece. It's a real timepiece. So, honestly, I'm gonna start with some advice for in general. The first piece of advice I'm going to give you right now is don't watch this. You could be watching Nerdbot's live stream of the Batman, Batsy, and Joker right now on Nerdbot's Facebook channel, where it's actually very funny. I'm gonna be honest. I don't watch a lot of live streaming stuff because I don't particularly find a lot of enjoyment in it. But that one was a real treat for me. A couple of very funny puppets talking about Gotham, because that's how they roll, son. Know what I mean, son? You know what I'm talking about. Hey, Tam, I want to say hi to you. Tam, I want to say hello. So, hello to you, Tam. Batsy and Joker, yeah. So at least at some point tonight, go and check them out on Nerdbot's Facebook. The second thing we're going to discuss is that, you know, unsolicited advice there's a reason why there's not a lot of solicited advice out there. It's because no one wants advice to begin with. And when it's unsolicited, well, then you just got no reason to give it, and yet it still happens. Why are we giving so much advice to people, ladies and gentlemen? Why do we find it in our personal time wallet to say, hey, Buster, I got something to say to you, and it's about something that you should be doing that you're not, or something that you're not doing that you should, when the fact is, nobody cares about what you think. You know, nobody wants you to say you got a boogie up your nose, because guess what? There's nothing I can do here, people. I can't just reach in there and get it. That would be rude. I can't just leave it there. That would be gross. So now I'm in a catch-22 situation. There's no good solution. So you just try to make it as little. You just tilt your head down and make sure no one's looking up at your boogie, or you walk around with your hand over your face like that. And honestly, that's no way to live. So it's best just to be the guy that knows about the boogie, gets down with the boogie, jumps up with the boogie, to the hip hop and rock you don't stop rocking. Yeah, there's always somebody out there who cares what you want to say. Guys, My point is, take your own advice. That way you can't be pointed at as a hypocrite. A hippopoctopus, if you will. Because nobody wants to be one of those. One of those people that's always saying, it would be great if this happened, and then they never do the thing they just talked about. The type of people who say, I think you're bad for being whatever you are. And then they're that too. They're that same kind of thing. It's been exceptionally dry. Hey, Amada. Welcome as the third person to this thing. You were number 3, I guess 4, counting me. But yes, welcome one, welcome all. Especially my girlfriend. Oh, that's good. So, guys, I want to take a little survey. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to participate tonight, because why not? We got nothing else to do, right? Let me ask you this. What do you absolutely need when you leave the house? What do you keep in your pockets? What's an essential for you? For me, I don't care if it's winter, summer, fall, or spring. I gotta have my chapstick with me. It's not chapstick, it's Blistex Complete Moisture. It's like a pineapple flavor, which is a little off the beaten path, but hey, you know what? Sometimes I'm a trendsetter. The stuff is good, works well, and it doesn't smell like medicine, which I like. Another thing I don't leave the house without: a watch. I like having my watch on me. It's a great... I find that having a watch on your wrist saves you from embarrassing moments like checking your phone for the time. Now, you can't check your watch for the weather, but it's just one thing that you don't have to worry about a couple of times a day. Now, we got our phones. That's, I think a standard issue situation. Everyone's got to have their phone on them, but why? Why? What have we grown so dependent on that we need to have a phone with us 100% of the time? And I'll tell you right now, the answer is Google Maps or Waze or Apple Maps if you're some kind of goddamn backwards bizarro person. I don't think that I could function in the world today without Google Maps, and I don't recommend that you do either, because no one's sense of direction is any good, ever, unless you have an entire map of your town, your county, your state, your country, and the world itself. What an amazing... and the traffic therein. It's absolutely the best thing. I will agree with you on that. Books. Books are on my phone now. I didn't realize I could get audiobooks for free with a library card, but now I've got the Overdrive app, and I suggest it. Because let me tell you something, audiobooks are dope. And I have stopped loving listening to music. I don't know what is wrong with me, but I just get no enjoyment from it anymore because nothing is new, and everything that is new, I don't want to hear it. However, Amada makes a good point. Certain grooming products. Myself, I prefer a classic skinny-ass ponytail tie. And I always keep 2 of them with me at all times. And here's the reason why. It's because I hate my hair right now, guys. I'm having a real crisis with the hair thing because it's too long and it's getting itchy and bothersome and it gets in my face and I don't like it anymore. I mean, that's not to say I want it all chopped off, but like I'm ready to go like this. like probably about this much, if that makes any sense to anybody. Like, I just want this gone. Pow. Gone. Please, let's just put it away. And I need to go see. Yeah, Tam, go. Tam. God, Tam. Can you just go get the Overdrive app and start listening to some great audiobooks? Like the works of, I don't know, Neil Stephenson or Robert Heinlein or Asimov. The science fiction masters. Guys, because the best thing in the world is reading science fiction that's based on completely horrific view of the future and seeing that it's all come true. There's nothing more fulfilling than knowing that we are surviving in a world that's on the brink of destruction. We may not be the greatest generation. We may not be any different than the generation that came before us or that will come after us. But at least there won't be one that comes after us. Oh, Tam, I'm not going to cut it that much. My whole situation is dependent on this Loki game I got going. So, you know, gotta keep it around. That's all. That's all we gotta do. Just keep it around. It's gonna be difficult to imagine you with short hair. It's not gonna get short, Chris. It's just gonna be whatever it is, that's all. It's gonna be the Loki haircut that I always have. And, you know, that's all. That's all we can do with it. Let's live our lives and say, hey, I'm cutting my hair here, and I gotta go see my girl Jasmine, my haircutstress. She's my home girl, and she knows she's the only one that's ever been able to cut my hair in the way that I asked for. Because honestly, there's a lot of ways to do it, and I don't think that hair cutting school is really turning out the quality of students, of graduates that the world needs right now. Because look at the ambition out there. Look at the hairstyles that we're seeing on the internet. People are innovating, and we're going into these barbers, and what do they have? A number 2 ready for you? You know, a regular men's number 12. That's not gonna serve anyone anything. A regular. Nobody wants a regular, except for that guy. The guy who's like a, you know, he did his time in the military, and I respect him for that. But getting your hair cut every two weeks, it's too much, senor. Too much. Any hairdressers will go nut with the shot to cut. Tam, I think you overestimate the enthusiasm of hairdressers in the Los Angeles area. I think they've most of them are well past their going nuts over anyone's hair, no matter the quality situation. Have you thought about? Chris, I know how to put my hair in a goddamn ponytail. Okay, I put my hairs in ponytails all the time. I just don't keep it that way, because then I have to get online, and I don't have to get online. Honestly, I could have just not streamed tonight. You think about that? Doesn't sound, catch me outside. How about that? You know what I mean? Catch me outside. How about that? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, Chris, I understand straight hair. One could call it wavy if you're looking at certain parts of it, but that's only because it conforms to gravity. enough about hair, guys. Let's talk about 5 things that are the most boring things to talk about in the world. Number 5 is hair. Number 4 is things that you happen to have in your pockets. Number 3 is actually encouraging people to go to another live streaming situation that's happening on the Nerdbot network. Have I mentioned that it's on the Nerdbot Media Network? I probably did. I mean, I'm just trying to say that right now while we're here. I don't want to, be too much of a blatant propagator of branding or anything, but if you just happened to feel bored later tonight and then you go and check out the Nerdbot Media Network, you might find something you like. I know I do sometimes when I go there, if not all the time. For example, Terrible Advice with Loki Hates You, but that's that's got me in it, so of course it's going to be entertaining. Eris, I am so sorry about your tornado watch. Seems like you've been having a rough night. Seems like things are tumultuous, maybe a little windy. Bill Paxton is no longer here to protect us. It's not tasteful. I'm sorry. That was not a joke I should have made. I'm immediately sorry about that. Celebrities who have passed away, it's a big joking thing for people, and I always look disdainfully towards that, and now I'm here shilling to like a hack, just a hack streamer talking about a dearly beloved celebrity who happened to have passed away very young, by the way, while in surgery. Too soon. Yeah, you're right, Chris. I do. I deserve to be shamed for that. I wish we could just share pictures of our dogs. For those of us that have dogs. I can show you a picture of the back of a cat. She's right there. Me? Me? We? Ooh. That's my cat. She's just chilling out there. Over on the pillows, where it's soft. Where it's soft and warm. You know what, guys? We don't need much in life except for Meow Meow Bar. I do not have a dog, Eris. I have a cat. You just kind of saw her on my blurry webcam. I need some better lights in here. Has anybody got good recommendation for some lights? Like a nice, bright, evenly dispersed light that I can have in front of me without blinding myself? Because that would be great if that could happen. I've currently got every light in my apartment on, just trying to make myself look like I'm hanging out in the shadows like I am. I got a great, like, sheen off my forehead. That's nice. If I could cover that up a little bit, that'd be great. Yeah. There we are. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. It's a story about America. And it's a story that has to do with what we do every day, the things that we work to be in life. And it's a story about Dunkaroos. 'Cause I think Dunkaroos was a real turning point in American history, where we started saying to ourselves, we don't need anything good in our lives. We don't need anything that means something. All we need is the worst stuff that makes us feel best. Namely, cookies that you can dip in cake frosting, which is packaged so that a child can bring it to school and eat it for lunch as like a side dish. So, what happened in our country is that somebody said, just let everyone have whatever they want. But only if it's gonna be extremely profitable. It's not a real cookie. There's no milk, there's no eggs, there's probably flour in there, but only as part of a paste. Some sort of condensed powder that's been dried on a half-mile long conveyor belt for an amount of time that only a robot could calculate. And that cake batter, it's almost the exact same ingredients, only with slightly more syrup in it. And we eat these things. We eat these things because, for one beautiful moment, we get to experience the flavor of pure sugar that's been slathered in more sugar. And that's a problem. But then we go out, and you gotta have your cell phone in your pocket. And guys, like I said, that's fine. A cell phone can do amazing things. It does all the things you ever wanted it to do. Shows you the entire world in one pass, one iota of a second. It calls up the entire map of the world. It's okay, Wraith. Even having forgotten, it still started late, so you're here now, and that's what we care about. But what I'm saying is, we buy these phones, and it's probably one of the largest investments we make in however long it is that we go between buying phones. So every year, every 2 years, every whatever. We go, we buy it, we bring it home, and we start to use it, and it is the greatest feeling in the world to have that brand new device, that thing that can put the world at your fingertips, and then after about 6 months, it starts to act weird. It doesn't do what it used to do anymore because it's been built to not function for a very long time. It's been built to just kind of like die a little bit, as human beings are. So maybe, you know, that's a relatable choice, at least a relatable feature, right? That's what we call it when something that we've bought does something that we don't want it to do. We call it a feature. It's not a feature. It's a plot, it's a ploy, it's a plan. It's a perfect way for you to come back and get another one, even if you wouldn't have needed one otherwise. So you got your phone in your pocket, you're gonna have another one next year. You got your TV. Doesn't look the same as it did when you bought it. 1 or 2 dead pixels right up in the lower right hand corner of the screen. You got a goddamn spoon. You got a whole mess of disposable spoons right in your kitchen right now. They're in there. I can see them. Because you can't eat with a regular spoon anymore. You gotta throw it away when you're done. A bottle of water. You don't know why you go to You don't know why you go to the market and buy a goddamn 24-pack of bottled water. Unless you live in one of those towns that's got no clean water, and then you need it. Other than that, we don't trust it anymore. We don't trust the drinking fountains. We don't trust the wells, the reservoirs. Maybe a spring, if it hasn't already been shat upon. Yeah. So that's where we are right now. We're drinking nothing. Comes out of a plastic bottle. We're eating nothing on a plastic spoon. We're looking at screens showing us nothing. Because our entertainment, we accept the same level of low quality garbage. You're sitting here watching this and I don't know why. I'm just a guy in a room. It doesn't make any sense that you're here looking at this. You should be knitting a scarf, or petting a dog who likes that kind of thing. Dogs love that shit. You could be drawing a picture of a giraffe. Guys, it's a great night for a night walk. You gotta go out, get butt-ass dick nuts naked. Walk around your neighborhood for a while. Because if you don't, you never will. And if you never did, then you never would have. And that is the greatest gift of all. But what's really important is that you get those balls out there. I'm talking about those bowels. Not your bowels. You don't want to get those out because that's bad. That's probably going to smell bad and make a mess, and it's not going to be hygienic. You're going to end up with pink eye. But you got to pull your balls out of your pants. Go walk around at night. So we can take it back. Our freedom. Our liberty. Our justice. Our truth. Our American way is about balls out, hearing it throughout the halls out. Need to do some traveling and need to do something. Tired of my job, same thing over and over. I want to go to a comic convention someday. Yeah, Eris, there's got to be one at least within a couple hours drive of you. I mean, there's so many of them. And if there's not, I'll tell you what's even better than a comic convention. How about if you can find like a Renaissance fair? Those are cool. You go, you drink some mead, buy some leather armor. Maybe watch somebody swallow a couple swords. It's a great time. It's about the same amount of money as a comic convention. And there's more activities. And it smells like hay. And you got Wizard World. Yeah, exactly. Go find a Ren fair. Don't do Wizard World. Wizard World is a garbage man cock. It's bad. It's just a bad place to be. They're gonna rip every cent that you have out of your pocket and you'll have nothing to show for it. Drink some meat? Mead, Chris. Mead. M-E-A-D. It's an old brew. Haha. Guys, go to a Renaissance Fair. If you're in Southern California, I will see you there. The Renaissance Pleasure Fair. In wherever that is. It's Irwindale. Yeah, that's the one. But, I don't know. I'm done ranting for tonight. I got a whole bunch more work to do. I did some work today. I got more work to do. So, yeah, bring some tomatoes and you can throw them at bad comedians. So guys, I'm sorry that the stream was late. I'm sorry that I had very little to talk about tonight aside from Dunkaroos. And I'm sorry that this ever happened. You know, I'm just so sorry that the world is bad. It's all bad. A big leg of meat. Yeah, like a turkey leg. Okay, guys, have a great night. I'm gonna go make some animations for, I don't know, Nerdbot Media. So, you guys have a good night. I'm gonna go work my ass off. Let me think of something. Miss you. Love you. Bye-bye. Have you been to the land down under? Women roam and plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run.